Hey guys, I am Dr. Anthony Gustin.
And I'm Chris Irvin.
And we are here to tell you about how you can eat fast food and stay keto.
Yeah, it's the question that a lot of people want to know. Fast food is obviously super convenient.
Yeah.
There's a lot of choices and some of it tastes pretty good, so a lot of people want to know it.
So we're gonna run through sandwich shops, burger shops, miscellaneous things like Chipotle, convenience stores, cafes, and then other alternatives. So to get rolling, I would say just as a caveat, this is not our first choice. If you guys know if any of our work, we're very, very big on food quality, but you can optimize this stuff so you get the best of whatever is available at the places.
Yeah, and there's a lot of times where people are going to be stuck in situations where they have to make this choice for fast food. Maybe you're on the road. It's kind of something that you just end up falling into. So if you're going to do it, as always, we want you to make the best choices.
Yep, so let's bring it on. Sandwich shops.
Sandwich shops, yeah. So sandwich shops, probably my go-to if I'm going to be doing fast food keto. The biggest thing with sandwich shops is that you have to remove the bread. A lot of sandwich shops you can actually get the sandwich as a bowl. So I know like some of the places like Jersey Mike's, I think you can actually get whatever the sandwich is, you can get it as a bowl. Same thing with like Subway, you can do that as well. Like in a Jimmy John's, you can do the unwich where they wrap it in lettuce. The biggest thing to point out here is that you are consuming deli meats that are probably really processed, probably not the highest quality. So, and as a general rule of thumb, sticking to a lower fat choice with your meat in those cases, do you agree, is probably the best approach?
like a chicken breast, turkey breast, stuff like that. I mean, when you have to question food quality at all, especially meat, you want to go on the lower fat side, the leaner side, which is kind of counterintuitive for keto.
Yeah.
Another thing for sandwich shops is that the dressings and the cheeses are going to be also probably very, very processed. So if you can skip those. And then if they have like an olive oil or a dressing like that, like a balsamic and an olive oil, just spread that and get that super loaded up. I think is a good choice to get some fat on there.
Yeah, and you can also, with dressings too, one thing that's not super uncommon for you to do is just bring your own dressing with. In some cases, like if you have a preferred, non-vegetable oil dressing or your own like olive oil or vinaigrette of some sort that's low carb, you can also bring that with you if you know you're going to be dining at one of these places.
Yeah, I know some friends of ours use Kasandrinos, has tiny little like 1 ounce packets that are not glass and they're just, ones I'm talking about, just rip them apart and use that. So I know some people have done that as well. Super convenient.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at a sandwich shop, ditch the bread, see if you can skip the mayo and the cheese, load it up with olive oil, get lean meats.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Cool. So burger spots. So kind of a similar concept here. So obviously no fries, no buns, no shakes, stuff like that. So ask for it without the bun. A lot of places are getting pretty savvy with this. So they have lettuce wrapped burgers. I know like when I was in San Francisco, Super Duper is a local chain. Rome was another one that was actually, they're really, really good. And they use grass-fed meats, cook in butter, and they wrap in lettuce wrap. So I would enjoy those. Obviously you want to throw if you want to throw like bacon or it's not going to be great quality, but it's choice, avocado, stuff like that on there, and dress it up however you want is great. One thing to think of here though is they always usually cook in vegetable oil. And so asking if they can cook it in butter or just beef fat, a lot of times they will do that. So it's no big problem either.
Yeah. My go-to whenever I go to a sandwich place like that is to just, since I'm going to be removing the bun, I usually try to like double up on the meat a little bit and then add avocado, like you said, as my go-to. And then a lot of places will also give you the option to, replace your side option of the French fries or whatever usually the carb option that comes with it with some sort of side salad. So that's something you can do as well.
Yeah. My personal favorite is Chipotle.
Okay.
And so that I think is the next feature. I think that's it's like $7 or $8 or $9 depending on what state you're in. And it's so consistent. And what I do is essentially so I joke about that Chipotle has a bunch of robots working there. And you get a bowl and they ask you, what type of rice, like white or brown rice? I go, nope. Black or whatever beans? They go, nope. And they move to the next one. And so then we get to the meat, and I love it in meat. So I usually just do chicken breast, like we said before. If you're worried about quality of food, I usually just go with the leanest, so chicken breast. And seasoned really well. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of vegetable oil in there, but I just take a hit if I'm going to be there. And then I'll add the veggies with it, and then just a heaping pile of guac and salsa. And it's giant, and it fills me up for a whole day, and it's about $8, $9. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's solid. What about cafes? That's a frustrating one. Every time I go into a cafe, I feel like my only options are breads and muffins and things like that.
Yeah, I think so. Starbucks is a good option. Actually, when you look at this, like they have a lot of trash and a lot of garbage, in my opinion, but then they also have some really good options out that they're rolling out. So they have protein pack. I know that they have like a package, almost like a Lunchable type of thing, where it's an egg and some meat and cheese or nuts or something like
nuts
that.
in there too, yeah.
And so that could be a good choice. Otherwise, they always have just kind of like boiled eggs ready to go. And so you can go run in there. They have like a pack of almonds and then grab like 3 or 4 or 5 boiled eggs and then your coffee drink. Hopefully your low carb, low sugar, non 500 calorie coffee drink. Yeah. That's another option as well.
Yeah, I like the, whenever I go there, I like they have the egg cups. There's like 2 cooked egg cups. They come with some different flavors. Some have like cheese in them and bacon and stuff like
frittatas?
that. Yeah, they're like little frittatas. Yeah, it's a newer thing that they, in the last several months that they've come out with. I like going for that option as well. It's pretty good.
So that's coffee shop, super easy. Some of them don't have the best options. Like I know like Dunkin Donuts. Obviously donut shops not gonna have a lot of options there.
Not much.
Things you can do, like I know a lot of them have like bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits, stuff like that. You can just maybe grab those, throw away the biscuit if you're in a pinch. Another option that a lot of people don't think about though is just heading to like a 7-Eleven or a convenience store and grabbing maybe a couple beef sticks, beef jerky, and some nuts, and rocking it that way.
Yeah, I think there's quite a few choices you can make at a convenience store that may be better than what you have to make at a fast food restaurant. There's obviously some things that you should still be on the lookout for when you're at these convenience stores. A lot of the nuts are going to be roasted in vegetable oil. Not the most optimal, but still maybe better than some of the other choices you have. If you're going to be choosing beef jerky, you obviously need to be cognizant of the sugars that can be added to those. But typically every gas station or convenience store I've been to, there's been at least one option of beef jerky that's pretty low sugar that you can go with.
And that's why like a lot of times actually beef sticks have way lower sugar in them.
Very true, yeah.
So what happens is, I mean, we've even looked into doing beef jerky, and why they have sugar in it is it's such a crazy reason, but the weight of the beef jerky stays much, much higher if you put sugar in it. And so they can use less meat to sell you a package that says it's 3 ounces, versus if you don't put sugar in it, it's like half the amount that you get post-production of the meat.
Yeah.
It's a little manufacturing trick, but beef sticks do not hold up to that. And so that's why a lot of times if you go like, I'm not really, I would say a Slim Jim, but a lot of other alternatives have way lower sugar and are way higher quality now. So
yeah, I'd like hopefully we get some biltong going into these convenience stores.
Biltong is a staple at the office.
Yeah.
Cool, guys. So now you know how to order at a sandwich shop, order at a burger place. My favorite is Chipotle. Your favorite is?
My favorite's actually Jimmy John's. I really like going for the unwich just because it's a pretty solid sized sandwich.
Got it. Cafes and convenience stores. So if you guys have any questions about, what about this place? What about that place? How to optimize it? Or any favorites, comment below. If you like the video, give us a like and subscribe. And if you got to follow any of the other stuff, so I'm on Instagram at dranthonygustin. And
I'm on there as the ketologist.
See you guys next time.